need to do to get going, Ron?
Well, Burrow today, who's on the bump, good arm, very straight fastball. And he'll crossfire it a little bit, but, boy, it can be pretty straight, and it's over the top. I would really, we had an old saying years ago. They used to say, hunt the fastball. Today's a good day to hunt. I would be ready to hit. It's going to be a great day to hit here. There's very little wind at Wrigley Field. When he throws that first heater into the middle of the plate, and he's going to throw quite a few of them, I would be ready to hit coming off the on-deck circle. The one thing about him, though, is he will walk guys on occasion, but to me it's about hitting. You got a great day to hit, be aggressive. Go down fighting with an aggressive mindset on the offensive side. Imanaga today, you talked about them struggling as an offense. I expect him to have a really good day today. He can locate the fastball and then the split, and these young hitters will have a tough time with Imanaga today. Now it's time for the Bet365 bet of the game. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app today. Money line is $1.44 and a $10 bet. Cubs are minus 1.5. That's $1.90. And then the over-under today is 8.5. $1.95 is the payout for that. And I really expect with the under, this to be an under game. I think both offenses have had their struggles. And what showed on the bump today, that always makes it for a good game for the Cubs on defense with him on the bump.
Thanks so much, Coom. Great to see you and Zach and everyone here at the ball.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
More you feel like a boss.
The Cubs Radio pregame show is driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Take Cubs baseball with you wherever you may go in the Chicagoland area with the Odyssey and iHeartRadio apps. Download the apps and search 670 The Score. The division is not lost altogether with 41 games to play, down 9, but the Cubs players and their fans are adjusting to other possibilities. Our Bruce Levine has more with the inside pitch.
Matt, what can Cub fans do to separate themselves from their team's latest downturn and the miracle in Milwaukee riding a 13-game winning streak? Second baseman Nico Horner admits that the Cubs have not been playing a superior brand of baseball.
I mean, I think you make a good point in that. Like, obviously, we hit all the home runs and things were flying around at points early in the year, but that's, regardless of the team, that's not going to be the case for every part of a season. But you can hold yourself to a really high standard when it comes to defense and base running and all those in-between moments. And I do think we've had some moments slip that are uncharacteristic for us, and that should never waver. But, yeah, I believe in this group a lot. I got confidence going in tomorrow in every single one of us. But it's up to us. You got to make it happen.
The Cubs have lost 7 of their last 10 and are 5-8 in August. Still, they retain a sizable hold on a wild card spot with 41 games to play. Matt, the season is not lost. It's just changing its look as the wild card becomes more of a reality.
Thank you so much, Bruce. The Cubs take on the Brewers in a 5-game series starting this Monday. Tickets are still available for every game, including Monday's split day-night doubleheader. Be here for it. Get your tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. And a reminder that all Cubs triples and saves are sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union, Chicago's credit union. Join GLCU's mission of banking for a greater good at glcu.org. Who's keeping the Cubs afloat as the bats scuffle? We answer that next, right here on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi and Harris, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score.
Hey, Cubs fans, if you want to score a winning drive, the best way is right off the expressway at the new Toyota on Edens in Northbrook. You'll find our brand new facility loaded with over 300 new Toyotas, all aggressively priced. Servicing your Toyota? Toyota on Edens has all bases covered with express services, state-of-the-art diagnostics, and free Uber pickup and drop-off. The best way is right off the Edens Expressway at Toyota on Edens or ToyotaOnEdens.com.
This is the Our Idea is Ready to Launch vision. This is the Create Great Jobs vision. This is the We Need More Space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations through securing capital for growth and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future, because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Is your old air conditioner running all the time but not cooling your home? Stop wasting energy and money. Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric today for a complete AC cleaning and tune-up. And we'll include absolutely free a 1-year, no breakdown guarantee, all for just $89.95. That's right. We guarantee your AC will cool your home for an entire year or your money back. Call 866-4-SEASONS.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4-SEASONS.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
You've got the Cubs radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. A reminder that Bruce Levine's Inside Pitch was sponsored by Gilkey Windows. Upgrade your home today. Visit Gilkey.com. Dogs, they love the pregame show. And today's Tito's handmade vodka canine of the game is Mambo, a 6-year-old Greater Swiss Mountain Dog from Wilmette, Illinois. If the Cubs strike out 9 players, Tito's will make a $100 donation to the Anti-Cruelty Society of Chicago. The Cubs' starting rotation as a whole has been getting it done. In the last 27 games, the Cubs starters have an ERA of 2.88. That is best in MLB. They've allowed fewer than 1 base runner per inning pitched. That's Who's Hot as we take a look at Who's Hot and Cold, sponsored by Plumbers 911. Plumbing emergency, call the professionals. Available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Who's Cold? Sadly, lots of choices there. Over the last 30 days, Michael Busch, Seiya Suzuki, Kyle Tucker, and Willie Castro all have a batting average under 200. The injury report is sponsored by Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Visit ibji.com for locations and services. That starting rotation that's been doing awfully well will get an even bigger boost when Jamison Tyone returns in this week's series against Milwaukee. Perhaps Tuesday in Game 3 of 5 at Wrigley against the division leaders. We'll see who goes to the bullpen. That doubleheader Monday makes things complicated. What do these Cubs do when they're not working but still hanging out together? One of them explains via his shoes. That is next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network. McGrath Acura of Westmont. The Labor Day sale is going on all month long. It's your best opportunity to buy or lease a new Acura, like the Acura Integra, TLX, RDX, MDX, all-electric ZDX, and Acura's latest SUV, the ADX. Get incredible offers on all remaining 2024 and 25 models. And remember, when you do the math, you choose McGrath Acura of Westmont. It's where I get my cars, so tell them Zach sent you.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but Squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into...
nephews, and then had some friends from college that have played quite a bit with.
That's really cool. Who plays here? Who are the players?
Me, Pete plays a lot, Tuck plays a lot, Shaw plays a lot, JT, Boyder's in there here and there. Reese McGuire plays a little bit.
So are you the guy that brought this?
Yeah, should be about it.
Who brought this to the group, you think?
It got brought up in spring training, and I was playing it during spring training, and a few other guys were actually playing it at the same time. It just happened to come up in conversation one time, and they were like, oh yeah, I played it too, or I played it.
Yeah.
Brought it to the field one day, and we played it a little bit, and it kind of just blew up from there.
Do people slump in Settlers of Catan?
yeah, for sure.
You do?
Yeah, not me though.
You're rolling. You're on fire.
Always.
Does stuff like that, like playing a game with each other, like help cut any tension, or like if there is any, does it help in a general sense?
Yeah, I don't think we play it for that reason. I think it's just more of, there's a time to work and there's a time to grind, and there's also a time to just hang out and find time away from the field to just hang out and spend time together, doing things other than baseball.
Yeah, all right, I'll play. I'll learn the game and I'll play in honor of you.
It's a good one.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see if those guys let me into the game. I'm doubting it. The 50-50 raffle is featuring a new mega jackpot. Fans in Illinois can purchase tickets at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning of each game, now running through the end of Thursday's game against the Brewers. We will take a look at who we're banking on. A really good young player has been scuffling. Yesterday he was pretty good. We will discuss next on The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
Let's play ball with Tito's. During today's game, if the Northsiders pitchers strike out 9 players, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $100 to Anti-Cruelty Chicago.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over 50 live channels for $150 less than YouTube TV per year. From game time to prime time. It's the local channels you love, the news channels you need, and the sports channels you can't live without. History-making moments aren't going to...
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row.
So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich. Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Kids, K-A-R-S, Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country.
A field of lavender. Inhale, stinky leftovers. Exhale, watermelon in the summer. That's the power of hefty, ultra-strong trash bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty! Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
Hey, it's Nico Horner.
Diving backhand stump by Horner, throws to first to get it. Sensational play.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history, so I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling.
once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means, because I do think it's a meaningful day.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
And more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sautéed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
Cubs fans, check out the Compound Podcast with Chicago Cubs outfielder Ian Happ. Listen as Ian takes you behind the scenes as he and his guests share what it's like to live the baseball life on Rhino.
Everything that they did, his former teammates coming out, Dunston, Sutt, and putting second base in, that was a really emotional moment.
Behind the scenes talk with Chicago Cub Ian Happ, only from the Compound Podcast. Listen on the Odyssey and iHeartRadio apps or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yuengling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yuengling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, in Z. It's a beautiful Saturday here at Wrigley Field. Cubs need to, in about 3 hours, continue it to be a beautiful Saturday afternoon here at the Friendly Confine.
They've got the right man on the mound in Shota Imanaga. The 31-year-old left-hander is 8-5 with a 3.19 ERA in 17 starts. His last start last weekend in St. Louis, a quality start, but a loss. 6 2/3, gave up just 3 runs on 4 hits, 0 walks, 9 strikeouts. Shota has been remarkably consistent from day one as a Cub.
Yeah, I knew we were talking, and you brought this up about the lack of giving up walks and being on the attack. This is the guy that, he does his job night in and night out, extremely consistent, knows how to get big league hitters out with his stuff. Very fun to watch pitch. And, with this young Pirates lineup, it should be tailor-made for him to have a very good night if he can command his fastball.
Imanaga has not issued a walk to the last 100 batters he's faced. Boston's Roman Anthony, the last guy that Imanaga walked back on July 19th here at Wrigley Field.
Go.
So he is in the groove. Meantime, against Pittsburgh, Imanaga has been lights out as well over the course of his career. 3 career starts, Coom, a record of 2-0. The ERA, 0.00. 19 total innings. The Cubs have outscored Pittsburgh 22-0 in those games.
If his ERA stays the same after the game as it is before against Pittsburgh, I like the Cubs' chances today.
That's why we pay you the big bucks. We are ready for baseball here at Wrigley Field. Game 2 of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Pirates. Right-handed hitting Jared Triolo at the plate. The left-hander Shota Imanaga on the mound. Works on the first base side of the rubber. Here's the first pitch. And it's a called strike. We're underway. fastball right at the top of the zone on the outer half. 0-1. Triolo hitting at 186 on the year with 3 home runs. Imanaga works his motion. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Triolo in the hole, 0-2.
And you're going to see Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's a perfect example right here. First 2 pitches. Triolo gets the high fastball up and in the zone, borderline strike, and he's up there aggressively hacking. They know they're going to have to hit that pitch as a right-handed hitter if they're going to have any success against Imanaga.
Here's the 0-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the splitter, 1 away.
And that is why he is so effective. As a hitter, a right-handed hitter, if you know you've got to cover the fastball up and in, that means you've got to cheat a little bit to get to it, to get the barrel out, to make good contact with that pitch. What does that do on the flip side? It makes you extremely vulnerable to the split finger. We saw it right there in 3 pitches.
Tommy Pham at the plate. He swings at the first pitch, grounds it up the middle, fielded by Horner to the right of second. His throw to first in time. Pham's retired, 2 away. Just underway here at Wrigley Field, top of the first. Cubs and Pirates are scoreless. It's a cloudy afternoon here at the friendly confines. Temperature right around 90 degrees. Officially, they say 94 at first pitch. And just a zephyr of a breeze, as Pat would say, blowing from right to left. Not enough to impact balls in the air. Brian Reynolds at the plate. Switch hitter batting from the right side. Imanaga delivers. Reynolds swings, and it's a high fly ball deep right. Tucker angling toward the line. He's on the track, backing up, makes the catch near the corner for out number 3. Pirates go down in order here in the top of the first. Middle 1, no score. Cubs and Pirates on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger, and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Dude. Best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
Check him out. He has his uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
The Cubs leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If Michael Busch gets a hit, Binny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Right-hander Mike Burrows on the mound for Pittsburgh. Left-handed hitting Busch at the plate, and he looks at a ball up high from Burrows, a fastball that missed. Burrows is 25 years old, 1-4 with a 4.66 ERA in 15 games this season. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and Busch looks at a ball outside and low. What should we know about Mike Burrows, Coom?
Burrows a 4-pitch pitcher, basically fastball, straight fastball but firm. He can get it up there in the mid-90s for sure.
Busch looks at another ball, high and outside, 3-0.
But it's very over the top and very straight. He likes his changeup. To me, a pitch that he doesn't use a lot, but can be effective as his curveball. That's good fastball on the outside corner. Yeah, 96 miles an hour. But he really likes, he goes to the change. I think his curveball, if he can command it, that's the issue, is a very good pitch. I would be hunting, as I was talking with Speegs earlier today in the pregame show, and welcome back to the booth, Matty. I would be hunting the fastball. It's a straight one, and I would be on time trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
The count 3-1. Bush waits, Burrows deals. Bush swings, line drive, base hit in the right center field. Ball quickly retrieved by Reynolds. Gets it back to the infield. But a nice start to the game for the Cubs. Bush, a leadoff single.
Now there you go. You get ahead in the count, and then you get ready for that heater. And, you know, if you were playing darts, that would have been a bullseye because it was right down the middle. And Matty Bush did exactly what you're supposed to do with that. Hit a rocket somewhere, and he did. And he starts the game off well for the Cubs.
Let's see if the Cubs can have this lead to a run. Kyle Tucker stands in, the right fielder, hitting it .263 on the season with 18 home runs and 62 RBIs. No one out. Last of the first. Bush at first. Scoreless game against the Pirates. Tucker digs in. Righty-lefty matchup with Burrows on the hill. And now the pitch. Tucker pulls one on the ground. Backhanded by Peguero to second for one. Triolo back to first in time. Double play. 3-6-3.
Now this ball's hit sharply right at the first baseman. A little backhand play, and then you start the game of catch. It's not an easy one, especially with Tucker, who runs very well. But, you know, once the ball is caught at first, this has got a great chance to be a double play, and it was.
So 2 away, bottom 1, no score, Cubs and Pirates. Seiya Suzuki will dig in. The designated hitter hitting at .249. Here's the pitch. And Seiya looks at a strike. A slider that spins into the zone, 0-1. Suzuki with 27 home runs and 85 RBIs. Burrows faces home plate. Now he whirls and deals. The 0-1. Seiya swings. It's a high fly ball, deep right center field. Ranging over the center fielder, Canario makes a running catch just to the left of the 368 marker for out number 3. After 1, no score. Cubs and Pirates on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi and Harris, 10 a.m. to 2.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back.
They can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
The Game Time Temperature, sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, your trusted local experts. 94 degrees here at the friendly confines today. Cloudy, light wind blowing from right to left. Top of the second inning, no score, Cubs and Pirates. Shota Imanaga on the mound. The Pirates cleanup man, Nick Gonzalez at the plate, right-handed batter. Shota sets up high. Here comes the high leg kick and pitch. High and outside, ball 1. Gonzalez on the year hitting at .275. He's got 5 home runs. Imanaga squats, straightens up, sets up high, the hesitation and kick. And this is pop foul out of play by Gonzalez, out of play. 1-1 the count. Cubs wearing their traditional home white uniforms with the blue pinstripes, the iconic Cubs logo on the front left part of the jersey. Blue caps with a red C on the front. Blue numerals and lettering on the back outlined in red. Shota wearing blue socks. Here's the pitch. And Gonzalez looks at a ball outside. A slider that missed. 2-1 the count. Shota wearing black shoes. He's got a brown mitt. And here comes the 2-1 delivery. Gonzalez pops it foul out of play. 2-2. Pirates traditional road gray uniforms. Jerseys and pants. Black numerals and lettering outlined in gold. Gonzalez wearing white shoes outlined with some black. Black socks. Imanaga deals. And this is fisted foul out of play off to the right. Count remains 2-2. The Pirates have black batting helmets with a gold letter P for Pittsburgh on the front. The uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Pitch low, check swing, on appeal, no swing, says the crew chief at first, Phil Cuzzy. So it's a full count with Gonzalez at the plate. Tony Randazzo is the home plate umpire today. Clint Vondrak at second. Brock Ballou at third. Imanaga deals. And Gonzalez fouls it back. Good battle going on here to start the second inning between Imanaga and Gonzalez. Hot and humid day here at Wrigley Field. Shota is ready. Sets at the belt. Raises the hands, kicks and fires. Check swing on appeal. He went around, says the first base umpire, Phil Cuzzy. Strike three. Gonzalez retired, one away.
A little breaking ball, I believe, inside to Gonzalez after some pretty good fastballs by Shota, and then he breaks that one off inside. Very nice pitch. First inning was powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Vesco Distributors Incorporated.
Andrew McCutchen digs in. Imanaga delivers. And McCutchen looks at a ball inside, 1-0.
Shota so far today is topped out at 91 miles an hour. Speed gun powered by Xfinity gets seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Cubs hope their bats start booming soon. Here's the 1-0 outside. 2-0 now on McCutchen. Cubs have dropped 14 of 25 games since the All-Star break, averaging fewer than 4 runs per game during that span. The pitch called strike. Fastball right around belt high on the inner edge. 2-1. Cubs dropped the opener of this 3-game set yesterday. Here comes the 2-1. McCutchen takes strike 2. A splitter on the inside portion of the plate. 2-2.
I like that they're staying inside against McCutchen. When you get away from him, that's where he's able to get his hands extended.
He swings and misses at a splitter low. Strike 3. 2 away. So back-to-back strikeouts to begin the second for Shota. First Gonzalez, now McCutchen.
They sped him up with a couple heaters inside and then goes to the split. And McCutchen knows that fastball, he's got to cheat a little bit to get to it. And that makes him vulnerable, as we talked about the very first hitter, Triolo. Makes you vulnerable to the split finger, and that's exactly the sequence of pitches.
The catcher, Joey Bart, looks at a pitch up high, a fastball that missed from Imanaga, 1-0. Whom strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Imanaga with 3 strikeouts so far. 2 away here in the second. The pitch. And a line drive hit to deep center, but playable for Crow Armstrong, roaming to right center now. He makes the catch for out number 3. 6 up, 6 down, middle 2, no score. Cubs and Pirates on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards. Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Filling in on the pregame show, the postgame show. You'll hear him throughout the game as well, including the 5th inning. Alongside Ron Cooper, Zach Zaidman in for Pat. The Hall of Famer is fine. He's just taking the weekend off. He'll be back for the start of that big series Monday, beginning with the doubleheader against the Brewers. Pete Crow Armstrong digs in. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the 2nd inning against the Pirates. First pitch swinging and a miss by Pete Crow Armstrong, way out in front of a changeup. Our engineer today is Ricky Betancourt, helping us blast the speakers of your radio as well as all of your smart devices. Mike Burrows deals, and Crow Armstrong looks at strike 2, a changeup at the top of the zone. We'll be playing the attendance game shortly. One of the things that makes Cubs radio magical. Here's the 0-2. Crow Armstrong dribbles it foul behind the plate, or something like that, right? The attendance game, yeah. Oh. Highly competitive. Everyone's on the edge of their seats, waiting for the results that usually come in around the 8th inning.
You need to get a hobby.
Burrows works his motion. Here comes the 0-2. Crow Armstrong swings and misses. Foul tip into the glove. Just got a piece of a slider. One away.
Yeah, this is a slider that's up in the strike zone. Yeah, hanger, and it's middle, and Pete just swings right through it. And he's kind of walking back to the dugout going, how did I miss that one? You know, but just trying to pull and elevate that ball, that makes your backside kind of collapse a little bit, and just enough to where you're underneath that pitch that you're visually, you think, I'm going to crush this ball, and, you know, a little bit of a breakdown in the swing, and they swing through it.
Carson Kelly at the plate looks at a slider low for ball 1. Kelly on the year hitting at .269 with 13 home runs. The next pitch is hit high in the air, shallow right. It's the second baseman Gonzalez backing up and making the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Ian Happ. Cubs and Pirates are scoreless here in the last of the 2nd. Let's get you caught up to date on the defensive alignment, sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at fitzgeraldequipment.com. Leover Peguero playing first for the Pirates. Nick Gonzalez at second. The shortstop, Jared Triolo. Wide of third. Playing in is Kiner Falefa. The pitch to Ian Happ up high. 1-0 the count. From left to right for Pittsburgh in the outfield, Tommy Pham, the former Cub, Alexander Canario, and Brian Reynolds. Behind the plate, the former Giant, Joey Bart, with Mike Burrows, the right-hander, on the mound. Burrows kicks and fires. Happ looks at the ball outside. 2-0.
Well, 2 outs, 2-0 count on Ian. This would be a good time to go ahead and cut one loose, see if he can run one in the seats.
Ian looks at a strike, a changeup right at the bottom of the zone. 2-1.
It's the second best pitch for Burrows, and that's the one he uses second most, and good location down.
The next pitch is swung on and missed. Another changeup from Burrows. So 2-2. Ian waits. Here's the pitch. Happ swings. Ground ball hit to short. Fielded between the legs by Triolo. His throw across in time. Cubs go down in order in the second. We head to the third. No score. Cubs and Pirates on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach.
I think style, it's a very complicated thing.
Custom cleats came when I earned the rights to wear custom cleats.
So I think without going out and being loud and saying this is who I am or whatever, you can just kind of wear a certain shoe or a glove or a batting glove or whatever, and it kind of shows who you are.
At 1:42 Central Time, and the time and temp is sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. I missed the flyovers yesterday, guys. That sounded fun, maybe a little scary. Here's Zach.
Yeah, it caught your attention, no question about it, Speaks, as we begin the top half of the third inning here at Wrigley Field. Leover Peguero at the plate, and he swings and misses at a fastball from Shota Imanaga, 0-1.
Spigs, I will say this. I don't think anybody thought that was fun when that thing buzzed our tower. So fast, if you blinked, you missed it.
Here's the 0-1, and Peguero looks at a ball inside 1-1. Yeah, the scariest one, I think, Coom, you'd agree with me, right? In the seventh inning, during the stretch, I think it was an F-16 that couldn't have been more than 2 football fields overhead. Man, that was scary. Here comes the 1-1. Peguero swings and misses in the hole 1-2. There's a shot of the Cubs dugout during the stretch, and they all ducked. They didn't know what that was.
Who would?
The 1-2 offering. Called strike 3. A splitter on the inside edge. Peguero retired, 1 away.
Al Shota with great command today, and that's with really 2 pitches. The fastball, he's had great command of the righties up and in. And then off of that, he's throwing the split. And he has been perfect with those pitches so far.
Here's the former Cub, Alexander Canario, right-handed hitter. Imanaga whirls and deals, and Canario swings and misses at a slider, 0-1.
Guys, shout out to the Cubs organist and Hayden Christensen, who was singing "The Stretch Continued Unabated" yesterday.
Ooh. I'd have shut down. I can promise you that.
Canario swings and misses at a splitter off the outside, 0-2.
I don't think I spoke in the bottom of the 7th yesterday. I was like, sorry, Zig, you're on your own. My teeth were still rattling.
That's somewhat true, actually. Here comes the 0-2 in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Canario.
Last night I was trying to explain to people who were, I was with last night, they're like, so what happened? I'm like, that's like nothing you could explain to somebody, how fast and loud and just unbelievable that was with that F-16 going over our stadium.
Here comes the 1-2 to Canario. Line drive caught by a leaping Swanson on the edge of the outfield grass. with the backhand. Excellent play by Dansby, 2 away.
Good jump by Dansby going into the hole. This ball's not hit all that hard. Kind of I think it's hit off the end of the bat. Now that I see it quickly on the replay. Canario hits this ball, but it's got base hit written all over it going in the hole. Dansby with a good jump and a nice backhand leaping catch to get the out.
So 2 away. Here's the number 9 hitter, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and he looks at a strike. Fastball on the outside edge, 0-1. We still may have some flyovers over the course of this game here today, weather permitting. The 0-1 foul back off the screen, 0-2 on Kiner-Falefa.
The show is actually today and tomorrow. That was all practice. I mean, sure could have fooled me. I'm like, how do you say you fly an F-16 and you're a Thunderbird and those are just practice days? Practice days, you can't make a mistake ever when you're those guys.
Kiner-Falefa fouls it away out of play off to the right, 0-2.
Right?
That's the thing. It's a rehearsal, but
yeah,
like in sports, right? You play like you practice, and if you're flying one of those babies,
I hope so.
you better rehearse the right way,
Yeesh.
like it's the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. It was something. Now the 0-2. Kiner-Falefa backs away from a pitch just off the inside, a slider.
Good breaking ball inside, and Tony Randazzo got the call right. That pitch did just miss in off the plate.
Here comes the 1-2. Kiner-Falefa grounds one to short, ranging to his left. Swanson fields on the edge of the outfield grass. His throw across is in time. 9 up, 9 down for Pittsburgh. Middle 3, no score. Cubs and Pirates on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for great Cubs guests all season long on the Score official radio.
Nico Horner is on deck, and Who's on Deck is brought to you by Timber Deck Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Here's Zach.
Thank you very much, Speaks. Last of the third, no score. Cubs and Pirates. Nico Horner digs in with Mike Burrows on the mound. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the kick and pitch. And Nico looks at a ball low and outside. A curve that missed. 1-0 the count. Horner to be followed by Swanson and Shaw.
Our reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. This pitch to Nico fouled back, and he falls down. I think hope he didn't twist his ankle, his back foot. No, just lost his toe hold. Take time out. All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Nico about blew out his spike there in that last swing.
We can laugh now because he's okay.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. And Nico looks at a ball low and outside, 2-1.
Gonna need some new swoosh spikes, if you know what I mean, here soon.
We got it. The pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. A sinking fastball at 95 miles per hour from Burrows, so 2-2 the count. Nico went 1 for 4 yesterday, hitting at 296 over his last 7. The pitch is low, full count.
Good take in that last breaking ball. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
And the payoff pitch. Nico lines one down the right field line. It slices foul out of play, so they'll do it again. So how was it? The big shindig last night in Lockport. A Yuengling shindig at Coombs Corner. Your establishment, the payoff pitch. Nico grounds one into right field for a base hit. That's the second hit of the ball game. Michael Busch led off the first with a single, and now Horner reaches base to begin the third with a base hit the other way.
Yeah, we had a great time last night. Thank you to, obviously the score and all our people there. Mitch Rosen, Mitch was there with his family last night. Harry and all the people at Yuengling, Buzz and David, and all the Yuengling people were there. Maureen was there. Mo was there from the score also. Very nice.
Dansby Swanson swings and misses.
Had some friends there. Johnny Vincent sang last night, which was great. We had our old skipper there last night. As everybody knows, he was in town. So Joe Madden was there last night. Great to see the skipper. But fun time, and thanks to my staff. Can't do... Good breaking ball there by Burrow. But you can't do that without having our staff, at my restaurant. So everybody did a phenomenal job. And, just thanks to Mitch and the score and Yuengling. And fun night. Johnny absolutely kills it as always. He's a big hit. I'll tell you, wherever he goes, he can flat out sing. And he's entertaining. And he's just a nice guy, as we all know. But I like those nights. They're fun. Yeah, it's a fun night, yeah.
I heard you did a little singing. As Swanson looks at a slider low. 1-2 the count.
We try not to talk about that. That's for Spiegel and guys like that can sing, Us guys that can't, we try to steer clear of talking about our own abilities.
We're
singing.
Just reporting. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a tap foul at the plate. Yeah. That one took a bite out of the catcher, Bart. Count is 1-2.
Got to assume your stage presence carries awfully far there, Coom.
Yeah, I'm on radio for a reason, brother. No, it was good. We had a great time. It's always funny because Johnny never wants me to introduce him, and he just doesn't like that. And I told him last night, sorry, my name's on the door. I get to do what I want in my own joint. So I had to introduce him.
Swanson looks at a fastball up high, 2-2 the count. So what did you attempt to sing?
What was the song? The Louis Armstrong, It's a Wonderful World.
What a Wonderful World.
Yeah, he did that, and, Johnny changed his voice for that, and I attempted to do that. And so today you get the remnants of that attempt with my voice today.
Swanson swings and misses at a slider. Like a foul tip into the glove for strike 3, 1 down. Horner at first. We're in the last of the third. Scoreless game. Matt Shaw will dig in.
So earlier today I was getting some voice help from Matt Spiegel, our resident singer all around the Chicagoland area. I could have used that yesterday, Matt. Today's not helping me a lot.
Shaw waits. The pitch. Foul back off the screen. 0-1.
There's always another gig, Coom.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably best that I sit in the chair I'm sitting in instead of let you guys sing and I'll sit here.
You found the right gig. Let's put it that way.
It's good, yeah. We had a great time, though. Thank you for bringing it up, Z. It's a lot of fun, and thank you to everybody and our station and all the shows, Matty, your show, and everybody that was promoting our night last night.
Shaw rips one on the ground to third, fielded by Kiner Falefa to second for 1. Gonzalez to first, double play, 5-4-3. That ends the third. We head to the fourth, scoreless game. Cubs and Pirates on the score. The Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You are an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now. Instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. No other games underway just yet. The Brewers and the Reds will play tonight a little before 7 o'clock. Dodgers and Padres late night. A couple other good ones going on around town. Seattle at the Mets. Here's Zach Zaidman.
Speaks, thank you. Top four, no score here at Wrigley. Cubs and Pirates. Jared Triolo shows bunt and pulls it back as Shota Imanaga misses with a slider inside. So 1-0 the count. Triolo struck out swinging in the first. Right-handed batter against the left-hander Imanaga, who works his motion and deals. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 1-1 the count. Shota has had it all going on so far over the last 3 innings today. 4 strikeouts so far. Here's the 1-1. And Triolo pops it up. Shallow left. Swanson, the shortstop, drifting back. He's under it and makes the catch. Off to the left for out number 1. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is boom.
Another good pitch by Shota inside to a right-handed hitter, a fastball. And I know Pittsburgh is trying to be on that fastball up and in, you can tell. But it's just such a tough pitch to cover.
Tommy Pham looks at a ball up high, 1-0. Why is it tough?
Well, you first of all, the swing's got to be perfect. And you've got to catch the ball to hit that pitch, that up and in fastball in the zone, so far out in front of you. And then have nothing break down in the swing.
Pham swings, hits a high fly ball deep left. Happ turns around. This one is long gone. Way out of here. Pirates strike first. Tommy Pham with a solo shot. A 1-0 lead here in the fourth.
Now Pham has been extremely hot here as of late. And he's the first guy to get to that fastball inside by Shota. And he didn't miss it. He hits this ball out onto the street. This one's out on Waveland Avenue. Well, actually, I thought this was a fastball in, but it's a split that really didn't do anything. Just kind of goes to the changeup. Pham, he smokes this ball. Woo.
A 428-foot blast by Pham. Exit velocity 110 miles per hour. 1-0 Pirates here in the fourth. Brian Reynolds at the plate. He looks at a ball up high from Imanaga, a slider that missed. 1-0. Home run number 6 on the year for Pham. Reynolds, a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Shota. And the pitch. Swing and a foul back. 1-1. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score. The Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's team on the Spiegel and Holmes Show afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Shota Imanaga kicks and fires. Reynolds bounces one to second. Fielded by Horner on a high hop. His throw to first is in time. 2 down.
Nice pitch by Shota, that fastball up and in, and gets the little routine ground ball to Hopper to Nico. One thing you love to see, now Reynolds is a veteran player, been a very good player for a long time in this league, and he was flying down the line and made that play fairly close at first base on a routine to Hopper to Nico.
Nick Gonzalez at the plate with 2 away in the fourth. 1-0 Pittsburgh. The pitch. Foul back off the screen to the right. 0-1.
Fourth inning sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender.
So pretty soon we'll play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And the 0-1. Gonzalez grounds one up the middle, backhanded by Horner on the outfield grass. His throw to first in time. Beautiful play by Horner. Gonzalez retired. That ends the top of the fourth, but not before the Pirates strike first on the long home run by Pham. 1-0 Pittsburgh.
What else is going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
That's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. You'd love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
Do your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
League leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. How about Cal Raleigh with 46 home runs? Kyle Schwarber joins Cal Raleigh with above 100 RBIs. He's got 101. And Aaron Judge is hitting .330, Zach.
Speaks, thank you. Michael Busch leads off the bottom of the fourth by grounding one behind the first base bag, fielded by Peguero. He jogs to first in time for out number one as Busch is retired. Pittsburgh with a 1-0 lead. Tommy Pham with a home run on a Waveland Avenue in the top half of this frame. And here comes Kyle Tucker, who grounded into a double play in the first. All right, we've got to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game, guys. It's like another whopper of a crowd here at the friendly confines on this Saturday afternoon as Mike Burrows works his motion and Tucker takes up high 1-0. Coom, do you want to go first in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game?
It doesn't matter. 40,000.
All right. The pitch inside to Tucker, 2-0. So 40,000 for Coom. I'm going to go 40,500. As Tucker calls time, steps out of the box. Speaks, what's your guess?
I'll go 40 grand, 750, Zach. 4750.
And after this next pitch, we'll get the guess of our engineer, Ricky Betancourt, on this Saturday afternoon. Here comes the 2-0 to Tucker. He swings, grounds one on the right side, past a diving Peguero in a right field for a base hit. So Tucker, a one-out single, and that'll bring up Seiya Suzuki.
And Tuck needed that single. He hit the first ball into a double play, and he hooked that same thing, hooked the ground ball to the pull side, and hit it right on the button. It turned into a double play. This one at least gets through the hole, and he gives the old double arms up to his teammates on the bench. Like, there are hits out there. There's some out there, and that may loosen things up a little bit for him.
And Tucker hitting 182 since the All-Star break. Seiya swings and pops it up shallow center. Gonzalez, the second baseman, drops back and makes the catch for out number two. Tucker has to retreat back to first. So, Ricky, what's your guess in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game today?
40,200.
40,200. Did we get a Spiegel guess?
Yeah, 40,750.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, sorry.
You know, Matt, I don't want to disappoint you. There is a game going on in front of Coon.
Did you guess yet?
I did. 40,500. And I understand why you may have been distracted. There's a lot happening on the field. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Tucker at first, 2 away, 1-0 Pirates in the fourth. The pitch up high. 1-0 the count. So the guesses are in. May the best man win in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. PCA struck out swinging his first time up. He's the cleanup man today. And the 1-0. Called strike, a changeup. Top of the zone right along the outside edge. Crow Armstrong turns around and has a brief conversation with Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire. 1-1 the count. A long set. 3-2 pitch released inside to PCA. 2 balls and a strike. And I was saying 3-2. I was counting down the pitch clock. There were 2 pitch clock violations in yesterday's ball game.
Yeah, we got a veteran umpire behind home plate now. You can rest with the pitch clock thing now.
The 2-1 outside.
The rookies at third base. We're all good today. It's just so predictable. That's the problem. It just drives you crazy sometimes. Playing these games means so much. Each pitch means a lot. Cubs are, they're struggling in offense, but they're right in the heart of this playoff race, and you just can't, yeah. Frustrating, but it is what it is. Just got to move forward.
Yeah, Reese McGuire struck out on a timer violation. Here's the 3-1. Crow Armstrong takes ball 4 low. So the Cubs have a little bit of a 2-out rally going here in the bottom of the 4th. Tucker at second, Crow Armstrong at first, 2 away, and Carson Kelly 2 up.
And now the Cubs need a big swing of the bat. Kelly was one of the guys here in the first half of this season that it seemed like every time he came up in a big spot, he came up big. Cubs need all these veteran players to come up big right now. This would be the perfect chance for him on a beautiful day to hit here at Wrigley to go ahead and crunch one in the gap or hit one in the seats.
Kelly hitting better than 300 over his last 7. The pitch, ground ball up the middle, through for a base hit. Tucker being waved around. He's coming home. He will score as the throw is cut off. RBI single, Carson Kelly. Cubs tie it up, 1-1. Cubs and Pirates here in the 4th. Crow Armstrong advances to 3rd.
Now Carson wasn't waiting at all. He gets a pitch he can handle. Change up right in the middle of the plate. It hits it right back where it came from, into center field for a base hit. Drives in the Cubs' first run here in the 4th. Pete Crow Armstrong going on the swing, ends up going first to 3rd, and now this would be another chance for the Cubs to do some damage. Ian Happ with 2 men on, 2 outs where the Cubs would have run in.
1-1 game, Cubs and Pirates here in the 4th. Happ waits, Burrows deals, up high. That was so high that Bart the catcher had to jump out of his stance to catch it. 1-0. Crow Armstrong at 3rd, Kelly at 1st. 2 away.
This might be a really good pitch to hit. Burrow overthrew that one. He might just try to get back on track and throw it right down the middle.
The 1-0. Low and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. It was a fastball. Happ grounded out his first time up. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Now time called by the catcher Bart as he jogs out to the mound.
Yeah, Bart got shook off on the pitches, and Burrow has overthrown the last 2 pitches after the single by Kelly. And now catcher going out there and having a little conversation about, okay, let's settle back in. You've been throwing well. And Bart in this situation with a lefty up and a 2-0 count has gone change-up. And he got the double shake from Burrow. I guarantee he went change-up, and Burrow shook him twice.
So here we go, the 2-0. Happ swings, lines one deep down the left field line, but it slices foul out of play. 2-1.
That was a fastball away, and that's the pitcher getting his way of wanting to throw another fastball after overthrowing 2 in a row, wanting to get the feel of that fastball again. He did make a good pitch.
Men at the corners, 2 down, 1-1 game. Happ waits, the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Another fastball.
That's 4 in a row, 4 heaters in a row. 2 real wild, and then 2 where he's wanted them to go.
So what are you thinking now as a hitter?
Change up. This is going to be a change. I would try to cover the fastball the best you could, but in the back of your head, you're thinking change up.
A long set. And now the 2-2. Inside, Kelly steals second, and that was a changeup to Happ. Full count.
Now, Burrow, if you pay attention, Burrow is a guy that's a field pitcher. I don't know this, but this should probably be another changeup.
The payoff pitch.
Oh, my.
Is low and inside. Ball 4. Burrows misses with a change. Happ draws a walk, and now the bases are loaded for Nico Hoerner.
That was a changeup on 3 and 2. He went back to back. He made a good pitch with it. It was a strike. Tony Randazzo called it a ball. Burrow barked at him, and Randazzo didn't like it. Burrow was right. Cubs benefit, though, on the walk to Ian Happ.
Pitching coach Oscar Marine jogs out to the mound to have a conversation with Burrows and the entire Pittsburgh infield. I'm guessing he's going to want Tony Randazzo to personally break up this meeting on the mound to give him...
Tony's got no problem with that. He's marching right on out there. He's hot.
Randazzo has taken off his mask.
But Randazzo missed the pitch. There's no doubt about that. That's a strike, and Ian Happ got benefit of that.
So let's see if the Cubs can take advantage of that break. It's a 1-1 game here in the last of the 4th. Cubs have the bases loaded with 2 away. Nico Hoerner will stand in. He singled his first time up. Hoerner on the year hitting at .294. Burrows sets at the belt, and Hoerner calls time, steps out of the box, adjusts his white batting gloves. Crow Armstrong is at third. Kelly at second. Happ at first.
Nico 1 for 1 in the game. He singled in his first at bat.
Burrows along set. Now the pitch. Floats into the zone for a strike. A curveball, 0-1. Right along the inside edge, around belt high. Hoerner waits for the 0-1 delivery. Here it comes. High and tight. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Burrow with his fastball in this inning a few times now that's the 3rd one that he's missed arm side where he's flown open trying to overthrow that fastball.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Hoerner swings and pops it up shallow left. The shortstop Triolo dropping back. He's got a play, makes the catch for out number 3. Cubs tie up the game but leave the bases loaded after 4. 1-1 Cubs and Pirates.
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and A.J. Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Turzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
Extra strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
We are coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Andrew McCutchen, the designated hitter, steps in against Shota Imanaga in a 1-1 game here at Wrigley Field. Pitch one from Shota is taken right down the pipe at 89 miles an hour for a strike. There are some planes flying overhead. Not too close, much to the delight of one Ron Coomer. The 0-1 to McCutchen is taken inside, 1-1 the count.
Oh, you'll know what I mean if they buzz our tower like they did yesterday.
Your description was jarring, I gotta say.
So was what they did.
And there's one going right across the outfield sky. Imanaga to McCutchen is inside as the count now stands at 2-1. And you listening on the Score and the Cubs radio network can hear the plane in the background.
Yeah, that's not the sound of a fastball. That's the sound of the F-16s flying overhead.
2-1 from Shota is grounded up the middle. Dansby comes in, makes a good strong throw, and he's got Andrew McCutchen for out number one.
Shota had an outside chance of fielding this ball and then did the right thing. He pulled his glove back, let the infielders field the ground balls. That was a good move.
McCutchen earlier in his career might have beaten that out.
Yeah, McCutchen, he's been in the league a long time. At one time, he was one of the faster guys in the league. Now, you know, much more of an offensive player, but the speed element not quite in his game like it used to be.
Catcher Joey Bart takes the first pitch low and inside from Shota. Bart is the one who's had success against Shota in his life. 3 for 5 lifetime against Imanaga coming in. He flew out to center his first time up. 1-1 here in the fifth. Bart hits that one high in the air on the right side. Foul. Ball in play, though, from Michael Busch, who's coming in and makes the catch of a pop-up. 2 away quickly here in the Pirates' top of the fifth. By the way, the first out of the inning was brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Let's see if Shota can finish off this inning here. He has thrown the ball exceptionally well. Made one mistake with a split finger. And Pham hit it out onto Sheffield, or out on Waveland Avenue. But other than that, he has been pretty flawless so far.
Leover Paguro is the hitter. Takes a fastball low, but for a strike. Count now 0-1. Yeah, Shota struck out 4 of the first 7 men that he faced. He's kind of a marvel, the way that he gets it done. Coombe been so fun to watch here at Wrigley. The 0-1 is outside to Paguro. Shota, in his lifetime here at Wrigley in 23 starts, has an ERA of 2.90. He's been really, really good here.
Yeah, and this is, you know, everybody worried about him being a fly ball pitcher here at Wrigley. I think you can put that aside.
1-1 is swung on and missed by Paguro, and Shota out in front at 1-2. The crowd is raucous, and not just because they're hoping for strike 3, but we've got another plane flying overhead. Air and Water Show weekend is quite a thing here at Wrigley Field. Oh, by the way, there's a ball game in front of us as well. The 1-2 is taken for called strike 3. And the crowd is loving everything. Above their heads and in front of their eyes down on the field, Shota Imanaga walks off with his 5th strikeout. 1-1, we go to the bottom of the 5th right here on the Score. And the
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, Can of Corn.
Easy fly ball.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
Clips. It's gonna be great.
This Wednesday, August 20th, is Greek Heritage Night at Wrigley Field. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs Greek Heritage jersey designed by Greek and Chicago-based artist Theodora Pavlou. Be here for it. Dansby Swanson fouls the first pitch off to the left side. 0-1 the count. It's a 1-1 game here, bottom of the fifth. Mike Burrows, a little wild with the fastball, Coom, last inning. Cubs scratched one across.
Yeah, just overthrowing it a little bit last inning. That was the first time.
Dansby fouls that one again off to the left side. 4 more planes pass overhead and peel off.
If I were playing in this game today, I would literally use those sponge earplugs.
Yes.
And put them in for the game. How do you hit, pitch, do anything when 4 F-16 buzz the stadium and the pitcher's about 3/4 of the way ready to deliver a fastball to you?
The 0-2 to Dansby is swung on and fouled again off of the left side. Look, I don't know how to hit or play or do anything to begin with. So I don't know the planes would affect me, but they would affect you probably, huh?
Well, it affected Paguro to end the inning. They buzzed the tie, and he froze and took a fastball right down the middle.
Dansby hammers one towards right center. Going back is the right fielder Reynolds, and he makes the catch on the edge of the warning track. That one tailed a bit more towards the right fielder than it looked to do so off the bat.
A little fastball away. Dansby goes with it. Good swing by Dansby. But kind of ran out of bat a little bit. Didn't quite click on it, and it ended up being caught right at the edge of the track by Reynolds.
I know you love seeing him go the other way.
Yeah, there's two things that when you're struggling and you're under a lot and you're striking, you got to get, to where your backside's not collapsing. And you got to get on top of the baseball a little bit. You got to get away from the fly ball so much and start squaring the ball up a little more. Yeah, and that's where that last swing was a pretty good one by Dansby.
The count is 0-1 on Matt Shaw. He bounced into a double play to end the third inning. Matt Shaw has been the Cubs' best hitter and one of the best hitters in baseball since the All-Star break. That one is popped foul back towards us and out of play. Since the break, Matt Shaw's OPS, his on-base plus slugging, is second in the National League. Just Shohei Ohtani has a better OPS in the second half of the season than Matt Shaw.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I'm really happy for Matt. He's a nice young guy who's worked very hard and has gone through this pitch misses up and away. Trials and tribulations of being a young guy trying to figure out big league baseball. This is not an easy gig, and he is, he's going through some of it, and he's figuring it out a little bit here in the second half.
1-2 to Shaw is hammered towards left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. On cue, Ron Coomer. There's a nice piece of hitting from Matt Shaw. The Cubs have one aboard with one away.
Well, the one thing he's got going for him is he's trying to keep his head at contact through the contact zone. So your eyes doing that, one, just gives you a chance to put the barrel of the bat on the ball. The other thing is his hands aren't going, he's not collapsing underneath, so the barrel is staying above the ball, and when you're a little, out in front, you can still put a decent swing on the ball and get you a base hit.
Michael Busch fouls the first pitch to him off to the right side. 1-1 the score. Shaw at first, one away here in the Cubs' fifth. Matt Shaw made a tremendous amount of mechanical adjustments at the beginning of the year when he got sent down to Iowa, and then made more at the All-Star break. That's a lot of changes for a kid to go through as a rookie. Michael Busch swings through that one. He's behind 0-2. To see him come out of it and look like a pretty good version of himself is an awfully good sign.
Yeah, it's been good for, what has been about a month now. It's good to see. I just really, to me, what he was doing when he broke camp, I just didn't see how that was going to work at all in the big leagues. Just way too much head movement, body movement, too many variables to have things go wrong. And he's kind of cleaned some of it up. He's still got a ways to go, but he's getting there, that's for sure.
The 0-2 to Busch is taken for called strike 3. Michael doesn't love it. But you mentioned the umpire, Tony Randazzo, at home plate. He doesn't mind if people don't like his calls. There's a a strikeout for 2 down here in the Cubs' 5th.
Yeah, this is a pitcher's pitch. It's a changeup, starts out inside, and that lane changer, it comes back to the inside corner. Bushy gave up on it a little early, and it does clip the inside corner.
Kyle Tucker steps in. You called it, Coom, when he got that single last time up. The 2 arms raised at first. Takes first pitch, strike there at the top of the zone. There's a changeup at 88. Yeah, Burrows likes that changeup. He's comfortable throwing that pitch, isn't he?
Yeah, he gets good action on it. And I think he feels comfortable being able to throw that for a strike whenever he wants.
That was a first pitch strike to Kyle Tucker. Changeup at the top of the zone. Here's the 0-1. Oh, we've got a pitch clock violation now on the pitcher. Burrows, after the ones yesterday called against the Cubs, there's one for them. Wonder if that's an airplane issue.
You wonder, right? I mean, that to me, there was no real reason for that to be called.
1-1 to Tucker is swung on and missed. Another changeup.
And it also could be Tony's still not real happy with the pitcher on the bump from him screaming at him after he missed the changeup to Happ last inning. But because you really, you can go weeks without a veteran umpire calling that. It's just saying.
The 1-2 to Kyle Tucker is swung on, and it goes into the dirt, and he is tagged out, and Tucker throws his bat, and he strikes out. That'll do it for the Cubs here in the 5th. No score. It is 1-1 now through 5.
PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. Okay, so first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
Flying can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Hey Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. It's shaping up to be an historic season. To start making history with your business in Bedford Park, visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
Getting set for the top half of the 6th inning here at Wrigley Field. Tie ball game. Cubs won, Pirates won. The middle game of a 3-game weekend set between these two division rivals. Shota Imanaga on the mound. Alexander Canario at the plate. Lefty-righty matchup as Imanaga works his motion and deals. Canario swings, and it's a high fly ball deep left, but playable for Happ. Short of the track, has a play, makes the catch. One away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Now Shota with another good fastball up and in, and Canario trying to get to that pitch. We've talked about it all day long, and only one guy has been able to turn on a ball inside, and that was a split finger to Pham, but that fastball has been extremely effective to Shota inside.
Now the batter, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Here's the pitch. In there, first strike. 0-1 fastball. I like the fact that Shota does not get concerned with these jets flying overhead.
I tried to throw two when the jets were flying overhead. The pitcher's distracted. The hitter's distracted.
Pop fly, shallow left. Swanson goes back. Happ comes in. Happ angling toward the line. Makes the catch. 2 away.
Happer with a little snow cone catch there as that one kind of almost bounced out of his glove. He looked at his glove like, hey, don't be letting me down now.
There are no holes in there, so that's good. It's an overcast sky at the moment here at Wrigley and a light wind blowing from right to left.
Kind of the purple haze, right?
The batter, Jared Triolo, 0 for 2 today. Right-handed hitter against the left-hander, Imanaga. And the pitch. Line drive, deep left. Happ going back on the track, leaps. It's over his head, bangs off the wall. And cruising into second base with a stand-up double, Jared Triolo. It comes with 2 away here in the top of the 6th. Just the second hit of the ball game for the Pirates.
One of the few pitches Shota has thrown right in the middle of the plate today, and this one dead center right down the middle. Happer goes back, leaps, and can't make this play as it hits right at the base of the wall into the ivy, and it'll be a double with 2 outs. And now you got Pham at the plate, but you do have a base open.
Pham homered his last time up. A long set by Imanaga, and the pitch. Breaking ball outside, 1-0. It was a long home run by Pham on a Waveland Avenue, 428 feet. Triolo at second, 2 away here in the 6th. 1-1 game, Cubs and Pirates. The pitch. Inside. Another breaking ball, 2-0. Switch hitter Brian Reynolds on deck. As Kuhn mentioned, first base open with Pham at the plate. Wind blowing from right to left. Imanaga deals. Called strike. Fastball. Thigh high on the inner edge. 2-1.
He has been able to paint that inside corner with fastballs up and down, but all along the inside corner all game long.
Shota looks at second, now works his motion. Inside to Pham, 3-1. Missed with a fastball. But if you're going to miss with a fastball, that's where you want to miss. Inside, not over the plate. And here comes another jet right overhead. For that one, Shota stepped off the mound. How cool is that?
That one was much more palatable than the one yesterday.
Well, you saw it coming. Yeah. It was headed our way as opposed to surprising us during the middle of the stretch. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Another fastball, bottom of the zone. Along the inside edge, full count.
Pham ready for that fastball inside. He took a big rip, just came up empty.
Man at second, 2 away here in the 6th. The payoff pitch. Inside ball 4. Shota misses with a fastball. So Pham heads to first. The Pirates have 2 on with 2 out. And Brian Reynolds, their number 3 hitter, due up.
Shota stayed inside all but the first pitch to Pham, and finally a couple pitches inside that Pham did not chase. And now you got to keep Reynolds in the ballpark.
That's the first time Imanaga has walked a batter since July 19th against the Red Sox. Pickoff play at second. The throw goes to Horner, who was nowhere near the bag. He was standing behind second base.
I got nothing for you there. I don't know what that was.
I'm guessing there was a miscommunication.
No, I just think Shota turned and then just decided to just throw it to Horner.
Reynolds hits a pop fly right center field. Crow Armstrong fighting the sun. Makes the catch. Out number 3. Pirates leave 2. Middle 6, still tied at 1. Cubs and Pittsburgh.
It is a 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's rated higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a packet or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
perfection. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Who's on Deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com, and that is Seiya Suzuki stepping up, Zach.
To begin, the last of the 6 speaks, and the Pirates have a new man on the mound. Right-hander Kyle Nicholas takes over for the starter Mike Burrows. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. The first pitch on the way, called strike, fastball on the inside corner, 0-1. Cubs and Pirates tied at 1 here in the last of the 6th. Suzuki waits, Nicholas deals. Seiya swings, pops it foul out of play off to the right. A 100-mile-per-hour fastball from Nicholas. He's pitched in 16 games this season, 1-0 with a 7+ ERA. Now the 0-2. That's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Nicholas, big arm. That last breaking ball was a slider at 92 miles an hour, I should say.
A 1-2 delivery is low, 2-2. So when you see a guy's got a hard slider or breaking ball like that, what does it trigger as a hitter?
Well, you got to be prepared for what, you just kind of shorten up and be ready for just about anything. I think the catcher and the umpire and the hitter, everybody's having an issue.
Line drive, base hit into left center field. So leadoff single by Seiya and the Cubs here in the 6th. Suzuki represents the go-ahead run.
Fastball away, Seiya just goes out and hooks this ball. It's not a strike. It's off the plate away at about 98 miles an hour, but he just reaches out and flicks the wrist and hits this ball back through the middle for a base knock.
So here's the Cubs cleanup man, Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 1 with a walk today. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Nicholas. The pitch is low. It dribbles past the catcher Bart, but not far enough for Seiya to advance. 1-0 the count.
Bart's having a little issue with Nicholas. He had a slider one pitch that was all of a strike and just kind of pushed the ball out of the zone. He's having a hard time catching this guy with this great fastball and wicked slider.
The 1-0. Low and inside. Fastball that missed. 2-0 the count to PCA. Suzuki being held on at first by Peguero. 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Inside, did it hit him? Yeah, it did. Pete Crow Armstrong gets hit by a pitch. And now the Cubs have men at first and second with no one out and Carson Kelly due up.
Now Kelly in his last at bat with a big base hit to drive in a run. And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight, by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. And you talk about a good time to put one in flight. We got the Jets overhead. We got Yuengling beer. It's hot, and the wind's blowing out to left. Good time for a flight.
Yeah, there's never
That's
a bad
home
time.
run I'm talking about right now. That's what I'm talking about. Let's save the Yuengling part for after the game.
Words of wisdom from my partner, Ron Coomer. I like it. Right, so here comes Carson Kelly. He had an RBI single that tied the game in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kelly on the year hitting at .271, 13 home runs. Now with 39 RBIs on the year. Men at first and second, no one out. Nicholas steals. Kelly swings, pops it up. Right side foul territory behind the first base bag. It's Peguero, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Now Kelly got a pretty good pitch to hit, put a big swing on it, and hit it straight up.
So 1 down, men at first and second for the Cubs. Tie ball game, Cubs 1, Pirates 1. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Ian Happ will stand in. Happ's 0 for 1 with a walk. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the hard-throwing Kyle Nicholas. The right-hander working on the first base side of the rubber. He sets at the belt. Suzuki at second, PCA at first. The pitch. Happ swings, lines one into the power alley in right center, racing over and making the catch is Reynolds for out number 2. And it was not hit deep enough to advance, so Seiya stays at second base.
Ian swinging first pitch. And puts a good swing on it, but catches this ball. It's a fastball away and catches it off the end of the bat. Reynolds does a good job of cutting it off in the gap. Second out of the inning. Now Nico needs a big 2-out hit here for the Cubs.
Nico's 1 for 2. A single and a pop-out. Cubs have met at first and second. 1-1 game, bottom 6. Cubs and Pirates. The pitch. Nico, a big rip and a miss at a fastball. 0-1. Warner calls time, adjusts his white batting gloves. Nico is in a similar spot in the 4th inning with 2 away. Cubs had the bases loaded and he popped out to end the threat. Let's see if he comes through here now. The 0-1 in the dirt, smothered by the catcher Bart. 1-1.
This is one of those pitchers for Bart where you just got to get ready for just about anything. This guy's got a great arm, but a little on the erratic side.
Nicholas looks at second. That's where Suzuki is. The pitch. Ground ball hit to third. It is fielded by Kiner Falefa. And he tags out Suzuki, who is trying to move to third for out number 3. So the Cubs leave 2 here in the...
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar is in the stands.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped, or he might have caught that ball.
There's a fastball. There's a flying bat. And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
Haggerty is on with an infield hit. A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Top of the 7th inning here at Wrigley Field, a middle game of a 3-game set between the Cubs and the Pirates. Tied at 1. Shota Imanaga still on the mound for the Cubs. Nick Gonzalez, the Pirates cleanup man, at the plate. Imanaga works his motion and deals. Gonzalez swings and hits it foul out of play off to the right. 0-1. This date in baseball history is brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. You'll like this one, Coom. It involves the Babe.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the 0-1. Gonzalez hits one softly on the left side, cutting it off. Sean, a low hop, running throw to first in time. As Gonzalez is retired, 1 away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. So August 16th, 1927, Babe Ruth belted a 474-foot home run onto the roof of Comiskey Park, the first ever hit onto the roof there.
Yeah. Well, if there's going to be a first for a home run, he's the guy to do it.
It's impressive. Andrew McCutchen at the plate. He swings and taps it foul at the plate. 0-1. I'm sure when you were a youngster,
he did a lot of things that were impressive.
Yeah. I did not realize back then they could track the distances of home runs.
Well, I think they can see video and see where it landed now and kind of do that. I know, like years ago, they're about to get a flyby again. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, time called by the home plate umpire, Tony Randazzo. We're going to hear a sonic boom in mere moments.
But I know, like in the 50s, I know Mickey Mantle hit a home run in Yankee Stadium that hit the arches. And if you see where the ball hit, it's like almost impossible for you to think that a baseball could go up there.
The 0-1's fouled back by McCutchen, 0-2. Talking about the facade of the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the old Yankee Stadium.
But you're talking about two guys who did a lot of superhuman things in the
Absolutely.
Big and the Mick. 0-2. McCutchen waits. Imanaga deals. That's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McCutchen is 0 for 2 today. Right-handed batter hits out of a crouch. Feet spread wide apart. And the pitch. Low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Imanaga missing with a slider. Shota has only thrown 70 pitchers this afternoon.
You know, he's got these Pirate hitters because he's throwing so many strikes inside. He's got them swinging early in the count.
The pitch. Loop off to the right, and it hits the netting above the Pirates dugout along the first base line for a foul ball. 2-2.
I think it was the first inning and the third inning. He threw under 10 pitches in each inning. I think 6 pitches in the first, if I remember correctly, but just bang, bang, bang. You know, you get a punch out and then 2 quick outs.
High leg kick by Shota. The pitch. And a high fly ball hit to left center field. Crow Armstrong and Happ converge. It's Happ on the track who makes the catch just to the left of the bullpen doors for out number 2.
This is one of the pitches. Shota does not want this ball away, and it ends up a fastball about mid-thigh away. And McCutchen, this is right in his wheelhouse, and he hits this ball a mile in the air. And the Cubs are lucky that ball came down in the ballpark, as it didn't end up in the bleachers.
It's one of those where just let out a big sigh after the catch. Joey Bart at the plate. And he looks at a ball inside, 1-0 the count. Bart, a right-handed hitter against the left-hander Imanaga. 2 down, top of the 7th. 1-1 game. Cubs and Pirates. Cubs looking to even up the series. And the 1-0. Bart pops it up right side, foul out of play.
Well, Shota, Bart stepping out a couple times here, trying to get regrouped. He missed the fastball in the middle, about belt high, and see if Shota can get back to that inside corner with that fastball.
Bart digs in. The count 1-1. Imanaga kicks and delivers. A swing and a miss. At a splitter. 1-2. Imanaga sets up high. Here comes the hesitation. Kick and pitch. That's high for a ball. 2-2 the count. Missed with a fastball. Just a zephyr of a breeze blowing from right to left. The pitch. Foul back off the screen to the right. 2-2. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Pirates have just 2 hits today. Home run by Pham, double by Triol. Now the 2-2. That's low to Bart. Full count.
Now you want to go on the attack if you're Imanaga. You just got to throw a good quality pitch here. Bart, only 2 home runs on the year. We know Wrigley Field's a place anybody can go deep on a day like today. Make a quality pitch.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Low and inside. Ball 4. As Imanaga misses with a splitter. So Bart draws a 2-out walk here in the top of the 7th. It'll bring up Liover Peguero, the first baseman. Imanaga had not walked a batter since July 19th against the Red Sox, heading into today's ball game, and he's walked 2 in this game today. The pitch. Pulled on the ground fair, past third. It bounces off the side wall, ricochets right back to Happ, who fires it into second base. And he holds Peguero to a single, but on the play, Bart advances to third, and now the Pirates threatening, men at the corners with 2 away, and Alexander Canario due up.
Fastball inside, and it gets turned on and hit right down the line. This Cubs get a break here as this ball hits the sidewall and kicks out towards Ian Happ in left field. So Ian's able to come up and throw a strike to second base and keep the runner at first. And the biggest thing is the run does not score. If that ball hugs the wall and goes down into the corner, for sure that's going to be a run driven in.
So now Tommy Hotovy is on the mound, along with interpreter Edwin Stanberry, having a conversation with Imanaga and the rest of the Cubs infield. Home plate umpire Tony Randazzo walks up the mound. He's going to break up this meeting. Wants to get the game moving. We're in the top of the 7th. Big spot in the game. 1-1 Cubs and Pirates. 2 down for Pittsburgh, but the Pirates threatening with men at the corners. And the former Cub, Alexander Canario, due up. Imanaga has thrown 80 pitches this afternoon. Canario is 0 for 2 today, hitting at 196 on the year. Lefty-righty matchup. A long set by Imanaga, and the pitch is low.
Well, Canario, a young guy, very strong. He's got big pop in his bat, as we've seen, here in Chicago, but, never really been able to get on track as a hitter. But you got to make pitches against him because he can launch the baseball.
A long set. And now the 1-0. Canario, a big swing and a miss at a splitter, 1-1. Canario was acquired by the Cubs in the deal that sent Chris Bryant to San Francisco. But it never really worked out with the Cubs for Canario. Now he's in Pittsburgh. Men at the corners, 2 away. The 1-1. Floats into the zone for a strike. Slow-moving breaking ball by Shota, 1-2.
Well, backdoor hook by Shota, and that one just kind of stealing a strike. And now the Cub fans, knowing how important this pitch is, want a strikeout.
Can Imanaga work out of the jam? Here's the 1-2. High and outside to Canario. Missed with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he just missed the corner up and away. Randazzo called it a ball high, and he was right.
Crowd on its feet. Trying to help Imanaga end it here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Imanaga gets Canario with the splitter. And the Pirates leave men at the corners. It's time to stretch at Wrigley. The 7th inning stretch is sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life. Cubs 1, Pirates 1, middle 7.
Cubs fan Doug Sone.
All right, Cub fans. I want to hear my stepbrother's song at the end of this game. So let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the... If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more.
Fireplace and Chimney Authority helps keep your home safe and ready for the season. We're your trusted local experts for all repairs and maintenance. Visit fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Bottom of the 7th inning here at Wrigley Field. Tie ball game. Cubs 1, Pirates 1. Dansby Swanson will lead things off against right-handed reliever Kyle Nicholas, working his second inning for Pittsburgh. Tommy Pham got the scoring started for the Pirates. A solo shot to Waveland in the 4th to make it 1-0 as Swanson looks at the ball low and outside. 1-0 the count. Then the Cubs tied it up in the last of the 4th on an RBI single by Carson Kelly. That's where we stand. 1-1 Cubs and Pirates here in the last of the 7th. Cubs have activity in their bullpen. Veteran right-hander Andrew Kittredge is warming up. The 1-0 to Swanson is a called strike, top of the zone, right along the outside edge. Fastball at 97 miles per hour, 1-1 the count. Dansby's 0 for 2 today. Wind blowing from right to left, overcast sky. The pitch is a called strike. A slow-moving curveball that was borderline right at the top of the zone. Taking a look at the replay here, yeah, it looked like it clipped the zone for a strike. Swanson doesn't like the call. You can hear in the background he's having a brief conversation with the home plate umpire, Tony Randazzo. So 1-2 the count. Swanson hitting at .249 on the year. The pitch. High and tight. Slider that missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cubs have had opportunities in this game, just like they did yesterday. The 2-2. A bouncing ball hit on the left side, cut off by Connor Falefa, the third baseman. Overhand throw to first in time to get Swanson 1 away. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to the Cubs game in FM quality at 104.3 HD2 FM on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. We are WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat. Bottom of the 7th inning at Wrigley. Cubs 1, Pirates 1. 1 down. Matt Shaw at the plate for the Cubs. Kyle Nicholas steals, and Shaw swings. Ground ball up the middle. Backhanded left side of second by Gonzalez. His throw to first in time to get a hustling Shaw 2 away.
That was a pretty good play by Gonzalez. He planted his right foot in the outfield grass, 1 step in behind second base, and lost his footing in the grass. So he dug up a chunk of sod, but ended up righting himself and throwing a strike to first. And we got some guests in the booth. Rick Voorhees, I think it is. And Zach, this is a unique one. We get a lot of guests in our booth throughout the years, but this is a unique one. I'll tell you right after this pitch. Rick worked at Wrigley Field.
Michael Busch waits, and he looks at a ball low.
Rick was the bat boy for the Chicago Cubs.
Oh, wow.
From 69 to 72. How about that?
That is really cool.
We got connected through a friend of mine and invited him up here, and welcome back to Wrigley Field.
Man, the stories
Right?
Rick can tell the pitch outside the bush, 2-0.
Instantly in between innings, he was telling me about Kessinger and all the guys, Beckert and Sano and Banks and all the guys and Billy. It's pretty cool.
Fergie, all of them.
So very cool to have him and his family here.
Bush looks at a strike. The count 2-1. And that was a blazing 99-mile-per-hour fastball from the right-hander Nicholas. 2 down, bottom of the 7th inning. Tie game. Cubs 1, Pirates 1. The pitch inside. It's 3-1 with Bush at the plate. Kyle Tucker on deck. Bush 1 for 3 today with a single. Here's the 3-1. Bush grounds it foul off to the right. 3-2.
Well, Bush put a pretty good swing on that last pitch. 4-seam heater. Cubs need him to put a good swing on this one.
Nicholas sets at the belt. Peers in, acknowledges the sign from Bart. Here comes the payoff pitch. Bush swings and misses. Strike 3. Got him with a curveball. Cubs go down in order in the 7th. We head to the 8th. Still tied. Cubs 1, Pirates 1 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big.
Go ahead, haters. Take one bite.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from
Amazing Suits.
Tie ball game here in the 8th inning, 1-1 here. Top of 8. I guess you'd call this a steamy day in Chicago. 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars for the K to donate your car today, Z.
94 degrees at first pitch. Yeah. That's a very accurate description by you. Just a very light breeze from right to left, overcast sky.
I've noticed.
1-1 game here in the top of the 8th. Andrew Kittredge, the new man on the mound for the Cubs. And he starts off Isaiah Kiner-Falefa with a sinking fastball for a strike on the outside edge. Kittredge, the right-hander, kicks and delivers. Kiner-Falefa swings and misses at a slider off the outside in the hole, 0-2. Another quality start for Shota Imanaga, who went 7 innings, giving up just 1 run on 3 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 6. The pitch. Low and outside.
Yeah, it's a shame he's not going to get a W in this ball game. He will get a no decision, but talk about a guy doing his job. Showed another great performance.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Kittredge gets Kiner-Falefa with a slider off the outside. The third baseman lunged for it and missed badly. 1 away. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Here comes Jared Triolo The shortstop is 1 for 3 with a double. Right-handed batter. Kittredge delivers. Check swing, doesn't matter. Called strike. Slider that spins into the zone. Right at the bottom, along the outside edge, 0-1.
Kittredge relies on that slider a lot. He's got a good one. And he's got it, where he can get to the side of it a little bit and have it stay more east and west. And then there are times he'll get on top of it and really get it going downhill.
The pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2.
And then there's that 96-mile-an-hour two-seam fastball.
Hitting is fun, but man, it's hard. When you have these kind of pitches coming at you, as Triolo fouls it back 0-2.
That's why when you hit 3 out of 10, you're the man.
Yeah.
Not many professions you can say you could fail 7 times and think you're doing good. This is one of them.
The 0-2. Low and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well put. Quality start by Imanaga. A reminder that quality starts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore. Line drive over a leaping Horner. It drops in for a base hit in right center field. Triolo has his second hit of the ball game. It comes with 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Now if you're the Cubs, you got to think Pittsburgh's going to try to run a little bit here and get a man in scoring position. Great effort by Nico as he leaps and just doesn't quite come up with that ball. Trillo with a big lead at first base.
Tommy Pham stands in. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch. Pham chops 1 to third. Fielded on a high hop by Shaw. He'll throw to first in time to get Pham 2 away. Advancing to second on the play, Triolo.
It's one of those plays. Shaw comes in. This ball's hit down the line a little bit, chopped. Fields this ball, and he's got a decision to make. Do I throw to second base across my body and get the lead guy? Much more difficult play because you got to be very accurate with the throw. Or do you just set your feet and throw it across the diamond? He took the route of going to first, and now there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Brian Reynolds at the plate. He swings and pops it foul out of play, second deck, just to the left of us. 0-1 the count.
The biggest key on a play like that, if you feel real comfortable throwing across your body to second as you're running in, you've got to get an out. That is the key. You have to get an out, so Shaw made sure he got an out at first base.
Reynolds. Check swing. I'm not sure if he made contact with the ball or the ball just popped out of the glove.
Yeah, it counts 1-1. He did not. That's pitch the ball.
The runner goes. The pitch, a called strike. Throw to third, not in time. Stolen base for Triolo. And Craig Counsell saying, hold up a second here. He's looking at his replay man, Alex Smith, but the Cubs will not challenge. 1-2, the count on the batter, Reynolds.
Now you put pressure on Kelly. He's got to make sure this ball stays in front of him. Throws that slider in the dirt.
With Triolo at third, the pitch. Foul back by Reynolds. Count remains 1-2. That was a blazing fastball at 96 miles per hour. A reminder, the first out of the inning was brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Crowd beginning to make a little bit of noise as Kittredge tries to get the Cubs out of the jam. Man at third, 2 away. Here's the 1-2. Check swing by Reynolds. Did he go on appeal? He did, says the third base umpire, Brock Ballou. Strike 3. And Kittredge works out of the jam as Triolo is stranded at third. Middle 8. Cubs 1, Pirates 1 on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Sloan.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you gotta stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
At Wrigley Field, Cubs won, Pirates won. Kyle Tucker, Seiya Suzuki, and Pete Crow Armstrong due up for the Cubs. Over Players Weekend, players bring their stories to life through personalized bats, cleats, and more. You can bring a piece of the action to your home by entering the Players Weekend Sweepstakes for a chance to win a one-of-a-kind replica bat from the weekend. No purchase necessary. Visit MLB.com/Players Weekend Sweepstakes for full details. Tucker stands in, lefty-lefty matchup. Sisk deals high and tight to Tucker, backing him off the plate with a fastball, 1-0.
Tuck in his last at bat. Actually, the fourth inning, he hit a single to right through the hole on the left side.
Tucker swings and misses at a breaking ball, 1-1.
I'd love to see off Sisk here, sidearm lefty. See if he could just try to stay right through the middle of the diamond. Shoot this ball back where it come from.
The pitch. Tucker pulls it on the ground, past a diving Gonzalez in the right field for a base hit.
Now a pair of singles on the right side, ground balls through the infield. 3 ground balls to that side. 2 found a hole today for the Cubs and for Tuck.
So the go-ahead run is on base for the Cubs, and he's got excellent speed in Kyle Tucker after the leadoff single here in the 8th. Seiya Suzuki now stands in. 1 for 3 today. Tucker goes. The pitch. Inside. No throw to second. Stolen base. Kyle Tucker.
Sisk didn't pay any attention to him, and Tuck goes on first movement. Sisk kicks the leg up, and Tuck was off and running. He steals this base without a throw. Now the Cubs with nobody out and a man at second.
Stolen base 25 on the year for Tucker. The pitch. Suzuki grounds one up the middle, through for a base hit. Tucker being waved around. He's coming home. The throw nowhere near in time. RBI single, Seiya Suzuki, and the Cubs take the lead. 2-1 over the Pirates here in the 8th. And advancing to second on the throw home, Suzuki.
That's what the Cubs have been needing for a while. Seiya gets a pitch right down the middle at the knees and hits it right back through the middle. Tucker scores easily. Canario coming in and airmails everybody. Goes all the way to home plate, but a high throw. And Seiya, seeing that, easily goes into second base. So a very good base running play by Suzuki as he drives into Cubs go-ahead run.
2-1 Cubs here in the 8th, and they're looking for more. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. Bunts it up the third base line. Fielded by Sisk. Throw to first just in time to get a hustling PCA. But the sacrifice successful. Advancing the third, Suzuki.
I love this play by Pete. You got a sidearm lefty. Pete has been struggling hitting against left-handed pitching. What do? You just go ahead and bunt this ball towards third and then take your chances with your speed of beating this play out. Now the Cubs have a man at third, 1 out. Excellent play by Pete. And the Cubs with a little situational offense working here in the 8th.
Pirates manager Don Kelly heads out to the mound to have a conversation with his pitcher Sisk and the rest of the infield. Usually when a manager comes out, you think that's it for the pitcher. Yep, he's going to make a pitching change. Sisk will leave the game. Cubs have taken the lead on an RBI single by Seiya Suzuki. Seiya now at third base with just 1 away, and Carson Kelly due up. Cubs 2, Pirates 1. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by Sloan. Moments ago, Seiya Suzuki with an RBI single to drive in Kyle Tucker and break a 1-all tie. Suzuki now at third base with one down here in the last of the eighth, and Carson Kelly due up. The Pirates are playing the infield in.
And now for Kelly, you're really hoping to try to find the ball up and out over the plate against Ramirez. See if you can just drive this ball to right center field. Canario has a pretty decent arm. Obviously, we saw him throw a ball already home, and that was way high, but he does have a strong arm.
Kelly waits. Ramirez deals. Kelly swings. Bouncing ball. Foul off to the left. It straddled the line for what seemed like forever. 0-1.
Kelly a little frustrated with himself that he hooked that ground ball at third. That's the thing you don't want to do. You want to do everything but that. You want to hit this ball back through the middle. See if he can dial into right center field.
Kelly 1 for 3 today with an RBI single in the fourth. Suzuki at third base. Here's the pitch. Kelly swings and misses. Breaking ball off the outside, 0-2.
That pitch well outside. Kelly, I don't think saw that ball all that well.
One down, Seiya at third. Infield in, Cubs up 2-1 here in the bottom of the eighth inning. Ramirez works on the third base side of the rubber. The kick and pitch. Outside, 1-2. Stay tuned for the toast of the game presented by Binny's Beverage Depot, coming up with Ron Coomer in the ninth inning. I think the decision has been made. Shota threw 7 innings today, giving up just 1 run. Here's the pitch, way outside to Kelly. 2-2. And congratulations going out to Ron Coomer, the winner in today's Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game.
What's the attendance today?
40,062. You were just 62 off.
Wow.
Suspicious. Here's the 2-2. Low and outside. Kelly's worked a full count. But a win is a win, so congratulations, my friend.
There's only one person that has suspicion when they make a guess in this booth.
I just ask a lot of questions, and sometimes I get answers that help. Right?
We'll go with that for now.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Kelly lunged for a slider off the outside, 2 away.
Pretty good pitch by Ramirez. He stayed with all sliders to Kelly in that at bat. And Carson had a tough time picking that slider up. Must be a very good pitch with a little bit of deception, because he does a very good job usually of reading pitches as a catcher.
And now they've decided to intentionally walk Happ with Nico Horner, right-handed hitter, 2 up. By the way, RBIs by Cubs batters sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Cubs have a 2-1 lead. 2 away, bottom of the eighth inning, men at the corners.
See if Nico can do some damage here. It's going to be a big hole on the right side of the diamond. Nico has seen the last at bat to Kelly with all sliders. See if Nico can stay back and use the other side of the field.
Ramirez deals. Horner swings. A bullet into left center field for a base hit. Suzuki scores. Happ stopping at third, as I guess the ball got stuck in the ivy, and it's going to be a ground rule double, but an RBI double for Nico Horner, and the Cubs add a insurance run that is much needed. 3-1 Cubs here in the last of the eighth.
Now that's an off-speed pitch, and Nico just hammers this ball back through the middle, but hooks it enough to left center field. Canario cuts this ball off and bobbles it a little bit, fires it in. Nico just keeps going to second. The ball bobbled in the infield, and Happer almost decided to go home, but big swing of the bat by Nico Horner.
Swanson fouls the first pitch back, 0-1. RBIs by Cubs batters. are brought to you by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. So Happ at third, Horner at second, Swanson at the plate. Cubs up 3-1, 2 away here in the 8th. The pitch. Pop foul out of play off to the right. So it's 0-2. Brad Keller warming up in the Cubs bullpen. In the 9th inning, the Pirates will have Nick Gonzalez, Andrew McCutchen, and Joey Bart due up. Now the pitch. Swanson lines one to left, coming in Pham, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But the Cubs take the lead and add some insurance, scoring twice in the 8th. They're up 3-1 over the Pirates as we head to the 9th. On the score, and the South.
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
With the Cubs.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now. Instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. 8-1 the Blue Jays over the Rangers. Miles Straw with a 3-run homer there. We're scoreless in 3 other games that are going. Brewers and the Reds in Cincy a little bit later on. Here's Zach Zaidman.
Thanks, Speaks. Top of the 9th here at Wrigley. Brad Keller now on the mound, trying to close this one out. Nick Gonzalez at the plate, and Gonzalez fouls it off to the right, 0-1.
Now, the Cubs had the meat of the order up last inning and came through big time, driving in 2. The meat of the order, presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
Keller misses with a fastball low. 1-1 the count. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. As Gonzalez swings and misses at a fastball. 1-2. Cubs trying to even up the series against Pittsburgh. They're up 3-1 here in the 9th. The pitch is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Catch of the game sponsored by Catch Des Moines. The Iowa State Fair is back August 7th through 17th. Come home to the Fair Suite Fair and visit iowastatefair.org.
Slider misses outside. It's a full count.
So tomorrow is the last day for the Iowa State Fair, Z, in case you're looking to get out there.
Line drive, base hit in a right center field as Gonzalez begins the 9th with a single the other way.
Pretty good piece of hitting by Gonzalez. You know, Keller throws bullets. Had a little cross-fired fastball outside corner, and he just went with it.
You know, if we took one of the jets from the Aaron Waters show.
That guy yesterday could get us there before this game is over, and we'd be back half hour later. We'd get a corn on the cob and come on back.
You'd have to get a steak de Burgo too, right?
I'm not going to go without.
Andrew McCutchen digs in. Here's the pitch from Keller. It's a called strike. Fastball inside edge at the bottom of the zone, 0-1.
Designated hitters in this ball game, sponsored by Fireplace Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later. Skip the rush.
You know that off the top of your head now. Here comes the 0-1. Low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Burn later. We've seen that here in the sky all weekend long. Yeah, we've seen that part.
It's impressive. Here's the 1-1. McCutchen takes ball 2, low and outside. Reminder to stay tuned for the Verizon Cubs radio postgame show coming up immediately after our festivities with Matt Spiegel. The 2-1, swing and a miss. And a slider, 2-2 to count on McCutchen. Keller, the big right-hander, works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Gonzalez at first, no one out. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Fastball, 98 miles per hour. McCutchen retired, 1 away.
Now they want this ball inside, and it starts out away and then comes boring back to the strike zone. McCutchen gave up on it early. This is a 98-mile-an-hour two-seamer. That is going to be tough to hit with that kind of movement.
Joey Bart at the plate takes a ball low. Another fastball from Keller, 1-0. 1 on, 1 out for Pittsburgh here in the top of the ninth. The Cubs with a 3-1 lead.
How about a one-hopper to Dansby right about now?
That pitch called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Sounds good if it happens on this pitch. Keller sets at the belt. A long set. Now the 1-1. Bart looks at a ball low. It's 2-1. The ninth inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Gonzalez at first, 1 down. Bart at the plate, the pitch. Fouls it back off the screen. It's now 2-2.
Tough play of the game, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. And how about this ninth inning for Keller coming in? Cubs have been struggling. You come in and you got to have a good inning, right? You have a good inning, the Cubs win.
And the pitch. Called strike 3. Front door slider that hugged the inside portion of the plate. Bart rung up, 2 away.
Bart didn't like the call. It's an inside breaking ball. And in our monitor here in the booth, that ball does hit the strike zone. Bart had given up on it early. He didn't like the call. Let Tony Randazzo know it. But that's 2 outs.
So the Pirates are down to their last out. They're going to send a pinch hitter to the plate. Spencer Horwitz, a left-handed batter, will hit for Liover Peguero. So Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy goes out to the mound to give Keller and catcher Carson Kelly a scouting report. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Boy, I'm really shocked they're not hitting Sawinski here. The hero of yesterday's game. He goes oppo yesterday for the game winner, and he's in the on-deck circle, but you would think he would be the guy right about now.
Man at first, 2 away here in the ninth. The pitch. Horwitz looks at a ball outside, 1-0. Keller deals. Called strike. 98-mile-per-hour fastball on the outside edge. 1-1. Keller sets, kicks, and deals. The pitch is a called strike. Another fastball, top of the zone on the outside edge. Taking second is the runner Gonzalez. But the Pirates are down to their last strike. Crowd on its feet. Keller deals. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Cubs win. They beat the Pirates 3-1 to even the series at a game apiece.
A nice win for the Cubs in a big 8th inning for them to score 2 in a tie ball game. And Keller comes in and gets the save. And you know, this is one of those wins the Cubs really, really needed to have. And they get it in front of a big 40,000 crowd here at Wrigley Field, 40,062. And, you know, there's some wins that are big. There's some that are really big. This one qualifies as the really big.
And with that save, Great Lakes Credit Union makes another donation to the Northern Illinois Food Bank, GLCU, banking for a greater good. Help close the door on hunger. Visit solvehungertoday.org. As we wait for Bruce, time now for the Toast of the Game Ball Player, presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Very easy call today. Shota Imanaga, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 6 punch-outs, 2 walks in the game. And Shota was outstanding today once again. You know, he has been, you know, one of those guys since he's put a Cubs uniform on, has given the Cubs a great chance to win every night he pitches.
And let's send it down to Bruce, who's with the man who locked this one down.
All right, guys, I'm here with Brad Keller.